to Bunda Vista, episode 157. My name is Andrew. I'm here in Australia's deep state. We have one. It's right down in a bunker. Over there, just to my right on a computer, doctoring everybody's Twitter posts. It's Theo. Hi, Theo.
Hey, how you going?
I'm good.
I get paid $490,000 a year to edit every Twitter post that goes under the username with like a little droplet in the title to make it seem like they're very, very stupid. I do this every day.
Very cool. And over to my left, also on a computer, randomly deleting posts that express support for anything good. It's Lucy.
That's what I do. I'm here to make sure that if you don't get any retweets or likes on your tweet, that's my censorship. That's my hand. And I'm proud of my work.
Every person who says, hey, I think I've been shadow banned, it was Lucy who did that to you.
I did it. It's real.
Obviously, Twitter is bad and it is turning all of our brains into smoked watermelon, but it's also extremely funny to bully people when they don't get any likes or retweets on their dumb posts.
That to me is the coolest evolution of Twitter brain, is when people just sit there with 3 followers tweeting crazy stuff all day.
Yeah.
And then they say, nobody ever interacts with me or responds to anything that I post here anywhere. I assume that the government has become involved.
I also enjoy people that post videos and then 5 minutes later they'll take a screenshot of it with 0 views because they don't understand that Twitter's infrastructure is totally fucked and just creaking and falling in on itself, and they just don't update indexes very fast. And then you go and look at it and it's got 7.2 million views and they're just screaming about how they're being censored. Anyway, good place.
I love being on there. It makes me very happy.
Really enjoy it.
Well, it's part of the conditions of working here that we all have to have active Twitter accounts so we can monitor people through. Some of them we have been monitoring. So I went on the QAnon Anonymous live stream on Twitch the other day. It was very fun. Love to hang out with the boys to investigate some things here and there. We did take a bit of a look into an update on... we all remember our own Fired for Truth man, the psychiatrist who has the Twitter handle Kill AU Deep State, which causes me great concern working here in the Deep State factory. So we had a bit of a check-in on that guy. I told the guys all about him. We found all of his old blog posts, which are still up on that psychiatric clinic's website. They have not removed them, which is very cool. Had a bit of a chat, got into that. And we also talked about a guy named K.W. Miller.
Oh, God bless him.
Yeah, who I guess people were starting to think was like a Tim Heidecker character. This guy who's running for Congress. He calls himself a constitutional conservative. He's running for Congress in Florida's 18th congressional district. And people were starting to go I feel like this guy is, he's a bit or something. And that was all kind of muddied up when Tim Heidecker got this guy onto his show and has just absolutely grilled him. So we watched that video. It was good fun, but it did sort of make you go, this guy sounds a lot like he has no idea what is being posted on various social media accounts in his name. But one of the things that did get posted on one of his social media accounts in his name, which was very funny to us, was this. Beyoncé is not even African American. She is faking this for exposure. Her real name is Anne-Marie Lastrassi. She is Italian. This is all part of the Soros deep state agenda for the Black Lives Matter movement. Beyoncé, you are on notice. Hashtag Great Awakening. Hashtag QAnon. Hashtag Where We Go One, We Go All. Hashtag Trump 2020. Mamma mia. You hate to find out that Beyoncé is secretly Italian.
What even is to gain by this?
Who is this for?
Who is this for?
I like the idea that an Italian singer was like less likely to be successful than an African American singer. I don't like if Beyoncé is a fake Italian op, it's been a very thorough one.
It's impressive.
They seem to have been documenting the life of this young Italian pretending to be black for roughly 30-something years. Oh, she was pretending to be black way back on the Destiny's Child soundtrack. Mm-hmm. I mean the Charlie's Angels soundtrack. You know,
Mamma Mia, indeed.
If you look closely in the single ladies video clip, she's making the Mamma Mia hand gestures the whole time.
Yeah, I'm imagining a thing. You know how like all the alt-right guys do the OK hand symbol. Mm-hmm. If you
If
turn
you're a
that
secret Italian,
if you're a secret Italian, what you do is you turn your hand 180 degrees, and next thing you know, you're doing the pizza box chef kissing the fingers gesture, and that's how people know. Ben
just
Ben
an
has
Italian
done
just sitting in their home watching the news, and someone just very surreptitiously gives the kissy fingers thing, and they just nod knowingly.
They immediately do the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. Oh boy. So when we were watching this thing of Tim Heidecker interrogating KW Miller, he was saying, what about all this stuff that gets posted on your Twitter and everything? You know, you're saying, Patti LaBelle, you are on notice. Because his account had been posting that Patti LaBelle, the soul singer, makes some kind of food product. I don't know what it is, but the accusation was that what food product does Patti LaBelle make? Can we figure that out? I would love to know.
I would love to know.
Patti LaBelle food. Let's search for that. She has a frozen soul food line.
Ooh.
So the accusation was that Patti LaBelle's food that she sells is laced with adrenochrome.
Come on.
Oh, God, come on.
Let's not get into all that right here. If you would like to go down that deep, dark hole yourself, listeners, feel free. So it's Patti LaBelle, you are on notice. Tim Heidecker's asking him, what's your problem with Patti LaBelle? And he's like, who is Patti LaBelle in response? So
Wow.
it seemed very likely that this guy is just a great big stooge who has made a bunch of money, now doesn't know what to do with himself, is running for Congress, and has hired some weird alt-right chuds.
This is the alt-right version of the Gravel Teens.
That's exactly what I said on the live stream.
There you go. All right.
So Ben's done a bit of research for us here, despite not being with us today. Rest in peace to the skeleton of Ben.
Miss him.
All of this comes from literally one comment on an Instagram post with photos of Beyoncé. There is a reply from JJW Webb. You know Beyoncé isn't black, but a dark Italian.
A dark Italian.
I'm not thinking skin color. I'm thinking evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dark
all
elves.
Italians.
I'm gonna have to go look up. There must be a Morrowind mod out there that makes all of the elves into Italians.
Oh no.
Oh,
Mamma
goodness.
mia. Oh, that's so good. Dark Italians.
It's Waluigi.
Yeah.
Not even a last night storm could awaken you.
Oh. Beyoncé isn't black, but a dark Italian. She fakes being black because she was told by her producers, go black and you will have a greater audience appeal. Her real name is Anne-Marie Lastrassi. You will soon find out what I say is true. She, Beyoncé, in scare quotes, duped a lot of people. How embarrassed you now.
There was egg on my face. I had no idea. Thank you,
Ben
sir.
continues in the notes here. Unfortunately, that account has now gone private. Ben
a dead person is not allowed to operate an Instagram account.
That's
right.
true. That's
Killed
true.
for the truth.
Ben says, I tried to find out more about Jerry Webb, but unfortunately every 60-plus-year-old man in the US is called Jerry Webb. He appears to have pulled Anne-Marie Lastrasse out of his ass entirely.
Ah, damn.
My goodness.
I love that there is just now so much content out there.
There's
that
too much.
Some might say too much.
Every possible combination of reality is like just continually being tried out, like just two pieces against each other to see if they fit, and you end up with Italian Beyonce, like some lathe of heaven bullshit. I'm starting to think it's having an effect on my brain.
Me too.
Wake up and you look at Italian Beyonce and just go, oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
Yep.
Doesn't even affect me anymore. It's just water off a duck's back now.
Guess that's what I'm thinking about today. So, yes, we can all assume that Jerry Webb has been assassinated. Speaking of assassinations, some of them are accidental.
Oh, boy.
Sure.
So, now, let me say that this story comes to us by way of New Zealand author Emma Bergquist, right? So we're going to slap a bit of a content warning on this for having some pretty fucked up stuff in it. I'm gonna give it a content warning for bad violence.
It's also very funny, just to be clear.
I will note that it does come to us because I saw Emma posting about it. Emma herself is an author, all-round amazing person. I guess it's okay for her to post it because she, maybe last year, maybe the year before, was the subject of some horrible knife crime.
Oh.
She was walking her dog in the park and a guy ran up to her and proceeded to stab her in the back and neck a bunch of times.
Oh my God.
No.
She has written about that account. If you go to, if you go to her Twitter, EE Bergquist, she's written this big Medium post about just what happened. And she's recovered amazingly. She is obviously an incredibly strong and powerful person. Much respect to her. And that's why it was kind of funny when she posted this. So keep in mind, if she can deal with it, you probably can too. This is from a website called NewsHub. Students nearly killed during St. Kentigern's Sweeney Todd. Now, when I first read this headline, I thought to myself, no. Surely.
It can't be exactly what I think it is.
Surely, there was, a bad lighting setup and a big heavy light nearly fell on somebody's head. You know? Got to be something like that. Don't get ahead of yourself. Foolishly, I read the rest of the article. A damning WorkSafe report has emerged about the St. Kentigern School's production of Sweeney Todd, which left 2 students with life-threatening injuries. The report contains graphic details of other injuries during rehearsals and recommended St. Kent's be prosecuted. Now, when one puts on a production of Sweeney Todd, you could safely call what we are about to describe.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
As far as productions of Sweeney Todd go, you know.
Uh-huh.
The report contained graphic details of the other injuries during rehearsals and recommended St. Kent's be prosecuted. However, despite an in-depth investigation which was signed off by the chief inspector and supported by the families of the victims, WorkSafe ignored the report's recommendation to lay charges. On the show's opening night in April 2016, 2 students were rushed to the hospital after their necks were slit with a sharp shaving razor.
On opening night. So at the actual production.
Well, we better try this out for the first time.
Oh, I can't.
We can't afford a prop razor.
There are so many steps that had to be ignored for this to happen.
It's a high school production. Is it a high school production? Is that what St. Kentigern's is? Is that right?
I assume.
You paint a piece of cardboard grey. That's what everyone does.
Yep. There are so many things you could have done to have this not happen.
So
Everything, yeah. Just anything would have been better than.
In fact, it seems like a lot of effort to go out and buy a real razor for this.
Yeah. I don't have one.
I don't one of those.
Well, the demanding production standards of the St. Kentigern's
St.
Yeah,
theatre
it
department.
must be believable.
Theatre.
I must have a pearl-handled razor. All right, so just cover your ears for a second if you're squeamish. If you do have in-ear headphones on, that is not going to help.
It's going to make it worse. I'm going to...
You'll really be in the zone. This is gross. One boy had a cut almost 5 centimeters deep. St. John ambulance staff noted that, quote, trachea and some cartilage were visible. You almost cut
God.
this dude's head off.
That's... Like...
Hey, do
I'm
me a
measuring
favor,
it
everybody.
between my fingers, all right? That's
Yeah, I was
2
going to say,
inches. That is...
if you are listening, hold your thumb and your forefinger. Take the Italian kissing fingers pose that I assume you are still doing, and separate your thumb and your forefinger about 5 centimeters apart. It's a lot.
It's quite a lot.
You gotta... That's some... Surely there's effort involved.
You're putting some elbow
Putting
grease
some
into
effort.
that.
I can't stop thinking about the absolute japery that's going on while this guy's bleeding out, and the audience thinks that it's part of the production, but but it's not.
And imagine being the guy that did it. Whoop.
Whoopsies.
That wasn't supposed to be happening. So it's like there's this...
Oh, I didn't know they put in. I didn't know they also put in extremely realistic blood effects without talking to me about it.
It just makes me think there's a particular level in the game Hitman where you've got to assassinate one of the cast members of an opera. And one of the ways you can do it is by like in this opera there's a mock execution and you can just swap in a real gun. And now I'm
man.
wondering whether
I'm suspicious about this. Come
someone's
on.
got a price on this kid's head.
Now, there's another aspect to this that I'm going to have to try to wrap my head around in a second, but I'll continue with the rest of the WorkSafe report, which states
Don't like
major
this.
veins and arteries are located in the region where contact with the straight razor is made. Yes, the neck.
Yeah, it's one of the...
It's where all your shit is.
It's almost like
It's all in
that's
there.
part of the reason that people cut somebody's throat when they're trying to kill them.
Yeah, like your neck is like 90% important stuff. There's
That's
barely
true.
any space wasted there.
That's true. It's a highly efficient area of the body. Damage to these veins, and especially the arteries, was life-threatening. There was potential for death. Now, what is blowing my mind about this? Apart from the fact that this wasn't the first time that students had been injured by the razors. And none of these spurred anyone to say, let's rethink the razors.
The whole razor approach.
Yeah. So initially, the razors had been wrapped in tape by a teacher, but this wasn't sufficient on account of them being
Sharp.
razors.
So they're already making the razor look like shit by wrapping it in tape. What do you need the
It already
razor
looks
for?
bad. Why wouldn't you have a
Yep.
fake razor?
So during one rehearsal, a student received a small cut, and then another pupil suffered a friction burn a few days before the show. So even when you've got it wrapped in tape, the person who's doing the cutting is absolutely
They're really
going
going
to
for it.
town. You can just move your arm to the right. That's okay. There doesn't need to be any friction because you're not actually trying to kill them. Maybe that's the problem. Are they doing a method thing? So what's fucking me right up about this is that one person had their throat slit, like OJ style, almost taking their fucking head off, throat slit, during the opening night live production of Sweeney Todd at St. Kentigern's. And like, so this person went, oh no, actually, you've almost cut my head off. There's a ton of blood coming out. I'm almost dying. We all have to call an ambulance for me. To me, this is kind of the point where you stop the play.
Yeah, that's it.
For
They
me, that's
didn't.
you. I
They
reckon
didn't.
people
Come
would
on.
understand.
Come on.
I think people would understand, right?
Uh-huh.
But instead, the play kept going,
Oh.
and then they cut another person's throat.
No, I don't believe you. I can't.
Well, let's hold on. Let's examine this. Let's examine this. Let's examine this sentence again and see if I'm mistaken. On the show's opening night, 2 students were rushed to hospital after their necks were slit with a sharp shaving razor. Unless the 2 of them were sitting right up against each other with their necks pushed up and then had it done at the same time, and we were all very surprised, it means that they have to have taken one of them off stage and been like, hey, that's quite
that didn't go so good.
That's quite a nick you've got there.
Well, just don't understand the theatre. The show must go on, Andrew.
The show must go on, and it did?
I suppose it did.
Nobody was like, hey, I think that's a real razor. Nobody
Everyone
said-
really believes in the power of this high school theatre.
Nobody
Damn,
said...
that's realistic blood spurting from that kid's neck.
And there is a photo of that, by the way, if that's the kind
Oh.
of thing that you're into for some reason.
It's not. It's not. So this WorkSafe report says that St. Kentigern's Board of Trustees was not informed that real razors were being used and missed the opportunity to investigate the injuries. So they recommended that the school be prosecuted, but also announced that they could go through a restorative justice process instead. WorkSafe undertook a full inquiry into this, and we accept their findings of serious failings in the systems and processes that were followed up to and surrounding the accidents, St. Kentigern said in a statement. No shit. No shit. How do you cut...
It's not making...
How do you cut one kid during rehearsals and not go, the razor has
That's
the
the end
capacity
of
to
that
cut
one.
still?
Yep.
Maybe
The
maybe
razor
no
is the
razor.
problem here.
Like,
It's
you could have taken the razor to like a knife sharpening place and said, opposite of sharp, please. Make this just a dull, rounded piece of steel. Or you could have not used a real straight razor.
who is the guy who made this decision? Who is behind this? And is he just sitting there going, well, slit one student's throat, shame on them. Slit 2 students' throats.
It's just the drama teacher going, well, there's always next year. There's always next year. We'll be doing Robin Hood and giving all of the kids like real rapiers, you know?
Oh no! We'll be doing the assassination of Lincoln.
Oh boy. That's pretty wild to me.
It's pretty wild.
It's
It's a lot.
It's just so hard to process the idea that like the first injury happened and that wasn't the end of the whole thing. Not like, and I'm not, the injury in the rehearsal, it's just wild stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
Wild stuff. And of course, while we are laughing, at the
Did you just
absurdity.
say laughing?
I didn't say waffing.
Didn't you?
While we are laughing and at the absurdity of the situation, obviously 2 people have been severely injured in a way that is probably going to give them a very deep and understandable trauma.
Not laughing at them, to be clear. Please don't yell at us.
Yeah, no more watching Sweeney Todd for those guys. No more going to the barber and saying, hey, nice clean shave if you will, sir. Without immediately becoming extremely nervous. Mm-hmm. So that's probably really destroyed their relationships with their theatre teachers and with the very concept of straight razors. Speaking of destroying relationships, it must be time for a quick segment wherein we examine people's terrible, terrible relationship problems. That's right, it's Paging Dr. Lucy.
My goodness. I
You
want
think
everyone at home to know just how loud that is in our ears when Andrew plays it while we're recording.
It might be that loud to them at home. I don't know. It's funnier when it's louder, but also, are we going to keep playing that forever? That's the second Paging Dr. Lucy theme. Maybe I'm going to have to do a third one at some point.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, from one of the deepest holes in Reddit, and that's right, the relationships subreddit, we have a 27-year-old female with a 25-year-old male fiance.
Okay.
I suspect that this is written by somebody with English as a second language. I want to say European.
Okay.
That's the vibe I get. So if that's how it sounds when I'm reading it, that's why. My fiance spent our entire savings, which we were both saving for our wedding and honeymoon, to buy a gaming PC. God damn.
All right.
It's a game of life. My fiance and I got engaged in December last year. In January this year, we both got together and decided to save money every month for our wedding and honeymoon. In 6 months, we saved around $8,000. Last month, my fiance's best friend bought a new gaming PC. So my fiance wanted to buy one. So he asked me, and I said no, because we both already had laptops. I told him he can play games on a laptop that he already has.
Okay,
He
ridiculous, first of all, but anyway.
Is it a fancy Alienware laptop?
Yeah, is it Alienware?
Yeah, unless you've got that Alienware laptop, it
What are you
really makes the
talking about?
graphics pop. This is an unpaid advertisement for Alienware, which we're hoping to cash in later.
Once again, Alienware, I implore you to give me a free gaming PC
Please.
so that we may do better streams. He repeatedly kept asking me if he could buy a PC, and I finally agreed to it, which I now regret so badly. Very foreboding stuff there. After a week, the PC finally came, and with the PC, a new table and chair also was delivered. We're all picturing like a fancy streamer's gaming chair, right?
I'm picturing a nice gaming chair for the amount of money this guy has apparently spent on this.
Yep. Apparently he had ordered a gaming chair and a table as well. That night I asked him how much it all cost, and he was a little hesitant to tell me. After a while he told me, and I was distraught when I heard he had spent our entire savings of $8,000 to buy the PC.
What did you buy, sir?
Yeah, this is
I want specs.
My goodness.
I wonder if perhaps there is some kind of conversion thing happening on the money.
Oh, right. Maybe it's not like US dollars or Australian dollars.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's... Yeah, who could say? We had a very big argument that night, and I scolded him for spending all of our savings because that savings contained not only his money, but my money as well. And we were saving it for our wedding. After everything I told him, his final reply was, I will earn it all back soon. I don't trust those words at all. Like, if it took two of you 6 months to save $8,000... then how is this guy just gonna immediately replenish that? Like,
He's certainly not. We know that's not happening.
he's 100% not. I thought anything worse than this couldn't happen at this moment. That's why it sounds very European. But it has. It has been about 2 weeks since he got the PC, and since then, my fiance hasn't gotten up from his new chair. Ooh. Ever since he got the PC, he hasn't even seen my face. The only time he talks to me is when he is hungry. He calls to me and tells him to get him something to eat or drink. I call him to watch TV, and he says that he's busy. I call him to sleep together, and he denies it and says that he will sleep later. His sleep schedule has been fucked. Very succinct. He plays games the whole night and sleeps at 5 a.m. and wakes up at 2 p.m. He's asleep when I'm awake, and he's awake when I'm asleep. For the past 2 weeks, I've been so lonely that it feels like I live alone, with nobody to talk to. He is ignoring me so much that I think he has absolutely forgotten that I exist in his life. I honestly feel like his waitress nowadays. Because for the past 2 weeks, the only interaction we both have is him asking for food and water, and me giving it to him. Oh boy.
Goodness.
He has also 100% stopped doing all the house chores. For the past 2 weeks, I've been the one doing all the chores, and it's getting very hard for me to do it all alone. We used to share responsibilities and do all the work together, but from the past 2 weeks, he isn't even taking care of himself. He is barely even brushing his teeth and taking a bath, let alone doing the house chores. Also, this is the part that made me go, oh no. Also, he is actually supposed to be working from home, but ever since the PC arrived, he hasn't even touched his laptop to work, and he isn't even seeing his phone to check if someone has called to text him regarding anything from work. I am now genuinely afraid that he will lose his job.
This guy's just... And if this is real, and of course we have to add the caveat on every single one of these that we
the classic
read.
grain of salt. Yes.
This guy's just doing the ensui post. The guy used to be a doctor, and devolves slowly, physically, mentally in his chair until his dick and balls switch places. That's what's happening here, except in real life.
It's, I guess I don't have that much trouble believing that there would be guys out there who would go, hey, I just bought myself a big new fancy gaming rig and I have now completely lost any sense of the world.
I believe this one for sure.
Everything that is happening right now is so bad. I called my parents and told them about it last night and they almost had nothing to say. I'm thinking of calling his parents tonight and telling them, and maybe they can knock some sense into him. I honestly don't know what else to do now. I want to burn that PC. It would be very nice if someone suggested something about this. Thank you very much for reading, and thank you very much in advance for your comments and suggestions. Have you considered shooting him with a gun?
Yeah, I can think of one thing.
Like, does she think all the problems will be solved if the PC is gone?
No, absolutely.
Because they won't be.
That's the problem here. I can. There's a very straight line to a solution here, which is somehow send him outside of the house for long enough to sell the computer and then change all of the locks.
Yeah.
You might get some of your money back, maybe the $4,000 that belonged to you, and then you can just move on.
You can just spend that. You can have fun
Yeah.
with it because you don't need to have a wedding anymore. So
No, that's right.
Yeah, there's the problem is that there's two, like, this is a sliding doors type scenario, right? Where there are actually two stories happening here. She thinks that this is a story about her relationship with her boyfriend who became her fiance. She hopes to have a husband. And she thinks that this is like, you know, the deep, dark times that they have to tough out and get through together so that they can have a happy marriage at some point. In reality, she is actually a smaller part of a story which is mainly about this guy just losing everything that he has in his life. It's going to be a story about how he decided that he didn't care about anything anymore, spent all of his and his partner's life savings on a gaming PC, lost his job because he wasn't doing any work anymore, then lost his fiance who moved out, and I'm assuming at some point will lose the place that he lives in, either from being thrown out by his ex-fiance or because he can't afford anything anymore and has to go back and live with his parents.
almost certainly.
And she can just be doing something else. You know, you can just go,
You could do
hey,
anything else.
like, I think as well, if you were to approach this with even the slightest seriousness as a relationship concern, which you don't have to.
You don't
know,
have to.
I would be telling somebody in this type of situation, like, if this is a person you want to be married to, right? Spend the rest of your life with.
Each to their own.
Well, each to their own, but I think, like, as we have said a number of times before on this show, we live in an age, particularly in the places that we live, where marriage is extremely optional now.
It is, and even when you're in one, you can just leave it.
You can
It's
just
really
leave it.
not that big of a deal.
Marriage is very optional, and that's why I think if you are going to get married, ideally you should be choosing to marry someone who you feel is just is going to be all about having a really strong partnership with you for the
Right.
rest of your life, who is going to have your back, who is going to work to support you, and who is basically going to have the presence of mind to say, I need to consider both of us when I make my decisions.
Yeah, that's like your baseline of marriage, I think.
Yeah, yep. That's just that to me, I think, is the foundation without which you are pretty much always going to have trouble with a long-term relationship, you know.
Yeah.
And even more so a marriage, because while you can just leave a marriage, it's a pain in the ass.
That's probably a pain in the ass, but
She can get out of there right now with no paperwork.
yeah, she could get out of there pretty easy right now and save a bunch of money.
Probably won't even have to talk to a lawyer, you know.
He's amazed at how long these things, like she's saying it's been going on for 2 weeks. Maybe I'm not a very patient person. I can tell you that this would last 2 to 3 days at most.
Yeah, without being like, okay,
Peace.
Stop fucking around. Go and wash your dick and balls and call your boss. Like, not the best time in the world. If you are lucky enough, like this person, to be able to just work from home on your laptop, which is a great privilege to have at this particular moment in the world, then don't fuck that up. So, yeah, I think ideally the type of person you should be picking to get married to is someone who will have your best interests at heart.
At all times.
Yeah. Will continue to wash themselves, that kind of thing. So this isn't even a situation where, like, some hard decision had to be made. This isn't even a situation where, say, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of it like a really cliched example. Like, maybe this guy used to, like, constantly have, like, cigar poker nights with his buddies every Friday, or used to take constant, like, boys trips or something, and then you get married and you have some babies and you have to be like, you know what, I might have to not do so much of that stuff anymore because I have these other priorities. It's not even like that. It's like he went out of his way to do this.
Just checking out from reality. I think whenever you get engaged to somebody, there should be a service that is mandatory, I would say, that does a search and printout and mails you all of his Steam reviews from the last 2 years. And if he's on there trying to do, like, funny Steam reviews, then you can just walk away. That's it. You're done.
That's it. You just get out of there.
Yeah. As a reformed gamer, you don't want to wait for him to, like, pop out on the other side of this.
Yeah, this is my point, I guess, is that this was a situation where, like, nobody's back was up against a wall. There was nothing particularly pressing happening here. He was just like, hey, you know what would be cool is if I emptied our entire savings account so that I could play, like, Bayonetta at a higher frame rate. Bad. That's bad to me. So if this is what someone's doing when there's nothing on the line, imagine trying to ask them to make a sacrifice for you. It's not happening at all. Get the fuck out of there. Anyway, hey, Andrew here. If you are enjoying the show, there's a great way to show your support and also get access to all of our bonus episodes. That is over 300 episodes in total, literally hundreds of hours. You can head on to patreon.com/BuntaVista. And for only $5 a month, get yourself a pristine RSS feed with no bonus episode teasers and without this bit of audio of us asking you to subscribe to the Patreon. And doesn't that sound nice? It does, doesn't it? Well, think it over. People, we're all just big animals, am I right?
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, what do you think about that, Theo?
Well, I would say that we're kind of more in the medium size of animals, but
you know, bigger than mice, smaller than whales. It's really true when you think about it.
That is so true.
We're all just big shaved monkeys.
The last line of Moby Dick.
much to think about is the last line of Moby Dick. Oh, but much like that guy is just a big monkey sitting in front of a screen posting his funny Steam reviews. We're all just big monkeys out here in nature.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Winter Vista, Nature Corner, Robert Crab, snipped my dick.
That's right, folks. Out here in nature, we're all just having our dicks snipped by a robber crab. It's the circle of life.
And if you're wondering about what's going on in Australian politics or whatever, Scott Morrison went to the football. So there you go.
Yeah,
There
you
we
dickhead.
go. There it is.
Except some of our friends go to the football and we're like, good on you.
Are we? Are we?
Are we? I don't know.
Certainly
I
not.
think the whole, like... I feel like a lot of the stuff with Scott Morrison, things like that, going to the football and standing there in a crowd, joylessly swinging his scarf around in a circle. I feel like a lot of the individual things that he does, including saying, I'm keen to go on a holiday, They make people very mad. And they're the kind of actions that individually are not like the worst thing in the world. It's more just that he's like so incredibly bad at just that type of messaging.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Just hire one PR person.
And he looks
please.
terrible while he does it as well. He
Sure
he
does.
looks like
Joyless.
he's thinking about... No, there's a certain kind of joy, but it's the joy you kind of get when you're thinking about how good the shit's going to be after you take some Metamucil.
Very specific.
I love taking my medicine. No, I guess like you know, we all live in a world where we're all trying to do the work-life balance thing, and it's good to take leave. It's good to have a break from work and all that sort of thing. That said, we are in a position where the consistent messaging from governments, I believe, should be, hey, you know what? I know we'd all love to be out there doing whatever the fuck we want, but we are in a time right now that requires some collective sacrifice from everybody. So, you know, he loves to get out there and say, hey, you shouldn't be doing a protest about, you know, police brutality or anything. But also, I love going to the footy. So I'm going to do it. Doesn't look great, you know? Anyway, he's a big shaved monkey. But we do have some other Nature Corner news coming in hot.
Speaking of filthy rats.
From New York. City of dreams and rats.
That's right.
City of dreaming rats.
I think so.
So this is from The Guardian. New York City is starting to tentatively emerge from the ravages of the coronavirus pandemic, but a revival in outdoor restaurant dining is facing a new hazard. A plague of rats. Just a
you'd
little...
love to see it.
little plague.
Paints such a beautiful picture. I love this.
Goddamn. City of dreams. Diners are facing a surge in rat activity.
It's my favorite phrase in this. I hate it when there's a surge in rat activity.
Just a big old graph of rat activity going up.
The line's going up.
Last week's bonus episode, of course, featuring you know, some very specific information about butter activities. And here this week, we are faced with a surge in rat activities.
That's right.
Diners facing a surge in rat activity following a lockdown period where the rodents were cut off from key food sources, such as businesses including restaurants and grocery stores, forcing rats to battle for snacks and even eat each other.
Oh.
The
Never
old
thought
snack
about
battle.
the effect that this lockdown would have on the rats. It's sad.
Yeah, I did read something recently that was like it might have been in Sydney, an exterminator talking about how like they've had like a big boost in extermination jobs in suburbs and stuff, because as soon as they shut down all these restaurants, people stop putting all their trash out, and the rats just go, oh, well, we have to eat each other and our babies, and immediately move out to other areas where there's food.
Yikes.
So that's pretty cool. Since the 22nd of June, New York City restaurants have been allowed to serve people again in outdoor settings, prompting sidewalks and car parking spaces to be dotted with tables and chairs. But the resumption of al fresco dining has led to people having unexpected rodent companions for their meals.
To me, I think that is one of the most American things I can think of. It's just a sad set of like tables and chairs in a Walmart parking lot while they're surrounded by rats trying to eat their food.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, this is the thing that we've seen a lot of people say about like New York and these different places. Is like, what is the obsession with being able to have your outdoor brunch, being able to be served by somebody? You know, you see these photos of people at like an al fresco dining thing out on the footpath, and it's just like 2 or 3 people sitting at a table in their t-shirt and shorts, sunglasses on, very casual, while they have their order taken by somebody who looks like they're in a full fucking biohazard suit from
and like
Resident
Chernobyl
Evil or something.
suit. It's crazy.
Yeah, they have the lower half of the face cotton face mask thing on, followed by a full, like a plastic full face shield, like scrubs, like a full surgical gown kind of thing. Taped up rubber gloves as they stand back from this person going, please shout your order to me, sir. It's like, how How many places do you have to go where somebody comes out and looks like they've just handled the deadly monkey from the movie Outbreak before you say, I wonder if I should be out here having food right now?
Maybe I should just eat at home.
It's very strange. Giacomo Romano, who owns Ciccio,
Nice.
an Italian restaurant. You would have never guessed that.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Oh. Only a matter of time until it converts to a soul food restaurant for exposure.
All right.
Took me a second to figure that one out. Nice.
Giacomo Romano said that rats from a nearby park have been harassing diners since the outdoor meals were permitted. God. Last night, a customer had a baby rat running on his shoe, and I let you just imagine his reaction, Romano told NBC.
Ay, mamma mia.
Doing the pizza chef fingers. Like, that's kind of signs on top of signs, you know? You've already got the person in the plague doctor outfit taking your order while rats crawl over your legs. It can't be that fun to have your...
I think that sounds delightful personally, but
what,
it's not ideal hygienically.
What a wonderful atmosphere to have your eggs Benedict in.
That's
you know?
right. It's like in Melbourne, you got sparrows on your table all the time. You're among nature.
Culture.
It is culture.
Oh, man. Romano and other business owners have called on the city to do more to reduce rat populations as the city hauls itself out of a pandemic crisis that has claimed more than 20,000 lives. New infections and deaths have dropped sharply since April, but New York City has postponed plans to allow indoor dining due to concerns over surging COVID-19 cases in other states, such as Florida, Texas, and Arizona. New York has waged a long and often fruitless war against rats.
You can't beat them. You will never win.
Oh, so good. What a great sentence. I feel like there's nowhere in Australia where you could point to a long and often fruitless war against rats.
I hadn't actually seen, I don't think, a wild rat until I came here.
Huh.
Not common.
Yeah.
I feel like people talk about rats here, but
We've definitely had rats in the house.
I've had mice in a house. Never some big old rats.
But it's sort of like a once every couple of years thing, not a part of your daily life.
Definitely
thing.
not.
Theo, was it ever confirmed for you that they were rats as opposed to mice?
No, that's a good question. There are definitely mice in the shed because I think they're after the chicken feed now. But
yes, we had that issue. But there is a... Oh, that reminds me of a gross thing that happened when I lived in Melbourne and we had lots of chickens, is that once we were cleaning out the whole... It was like we had chickens in this big chicken run thing that we had just sort of attached onto greyhound sheds that used to be on the property that we rented. And so we were cleaning that out and somebody like lifted up this big chunk of wood or something, and there was like a mouse or rat nest under there with a bunch of baby ones in it.
Oh no!
And all the chickens immediately went, yum 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 yum,
Oh,
and
no.
ate them all.
No.
And we were like,
no.
you disgusting little beasts. Oh,
Oh.
chickens do love to eat some meat, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, they sure do.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, there is the old adage about like things crawling around in your walls and your roof sounding much louder, like sounding much bigger than they are. Like if it sounds like rats, it's probably mice. If it sounds like possums, it's probably rats.
Well, I don't believe that for a second.
If it sounds like a fully grown person running around on the roof of your house, it's possums. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Anyway, the resumption of dining activity is likely to stir a wave of activity among rats following a period of relative famine, meaning interactions with people are set to continue. Quote, rats are designed to smell molecules of anything that's food-related, Bobby Corrigan, an urban rodentologist, told NBC.
Urban rodentologist.
Yeah.
Urban rodentologist. That is...
Bobby the Rat Man.
Bobby the rat guy. The urban rat guy. What an incredible job.
I deal with street rats.
Street rats only.
Not
None of those
yet.
wild rats from me.
Country mouse, street rat.
That's a completely separate science, the
Yeah.
rural rodentology.
Entirely different field. They follow those food molecules like heat-seeking missiles, and eventually, they end up where those molecules are originating. I believe he's talking about the food.
Rats do be smelling food. I've heard this about them.
They love it. They freaking love it.
And they
Now-
need it. Share your food with the rats. Give them a break.
Yeah. It is time for us to delve into the mailbag. I have demanded that Theo and Lucy not read this letter ahead of time
I have it.
because it involves a quiz that I would like them to attempt to answer.
Okay.
So here we go. Letter from the mailbag. Hey guys, want to say thanks for keeping me sane. I'm studying for the Pennsylvania bar exam right now, which just yesterday was postponed for a second time. Truly fun stuff. Anyway, since she had one semester of law school, I thought I would send Lucy an example of the extremely realistic questions I have to answer in my review course.
Boy.
See attached. This happens to be a torts question, but recently I did a contracts question where they asked about what would happen if space debris plummeted to Earth and destroyed a garage, which was the subject of a renovation contract. The answer? Performance under the contract is excused. So we have the attached letter here. Sorry, the attached example, which I'm going to read to you guys, and then I will give you the multiple choice answers, and I want you both to have an attempt. Here it is. A law enforcement officer was transporting a prisoner on a plane to testify in a criminal case. Unknown to those on the plane, an assassin hired to kill the prisoner had bribed an airport baggage handler to sneak a timed release crate of poisonous snakes into the cargo hold of the plane.
All right.
Sounds very familiar.
See where this is going?
Once the crate was triggered to open, the snakes were able to slither into the passenger compartment through gaps in the conduits between the cargo hold and the passenger compartment. In the ensuing panic caused by the snakes, the officer was struck in the head by a fire extinguisher that another passenger threw at a snake and suffered a severe concussion. The officer filed suit against numerous parties, including the person who designed the conduit system on that type of plane. At trial, evidence established that the design for the conduit system that he had used had been rejected in the industry because of a danger of pressure loss between the cargo hold and the passenger compartment. An industry-approved design that the designer could have used would have kept the snakes from getting into the passenger compartment of the plane.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What is happening?
As between the officer and the designer, which party is likely to prevail?
Is this
it?
real?
Yes. This is a real question from the Pennsylvania bar exam. Now, here are the answers.
I'm taking this all in again, but yes, continue.
All right, so the officer has sued various people, including the person who designed the conduit system that the snakes snuck through into the plane. It has been established at trial that the designer could have just used an already industry-approved design,
Right.
which also would have kept the snakes from getting into the plane, therefore stopping him from getting hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. So, in this lawsuit between the officer and the designer, who is likely to prevail? Is it A, the officer, because the designer is strictly liable for designing the conduit system of the plane? Is it B, the officer, because of the high degree of care owed to passengers of a common carrier? Is it C, the designer, because the assassin's actions were an unforeseeable intervening force? Or is it D, the designer, because the officer was injured by another passenger rather than a snake?
Oh, boy. This is beautiful, by the way.
Here I am at law school talking about snakes on a plane.
The law is fake. I'm pretty sure the answer is C.
It's got to be C,
It's
right?
the desire. It's an
But also, why are you
unforeseeable
asking-
action.
You are both correct.
Okay.
The designer is immune from prosecution due to the assassin's actions being an unforeseeable intervening force.
And that's going to be important for them to know going into,
This very likely scenario.
going into prosecuting poor people for having drugs on them or whatever the fuck.
Or the most common lawyer job, which is just doing divorces, I assume. Important stuff.
Now, this comes to us. Hope you are all staying safe and well. Val, or Valerie, who says, my P.S. My partner is a Patreon subscriber. I hope it's okay for me to send this to the mailbag. I'm wondering if this is Valerie of the infamous Peter and Valerie ibuprofen dispute.
I hope so.
Oh.
In which case, we would just like to say thank you for sending that in, Valerie, and you are still correct in that scenario.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dear. Now we got one more letter here, which I'm going to hit us with. Everybody, can you guys just kind of brace yourselves a little bit?
I'm braced.
I'm
I'm
ready.
in the brace
Strapped
position.
in.
Oh, well, please brace your heart. This letter comes to us titled, Thanks for Everything. Hey, Bunter, because of the chill vibes you guys put out, I tend to listen to the show before bed most nights with my dog. He seems to like it. His ears perk when the music starts, and he knows it's time for bed. By the time you guys see this, he'll be gone. He has advanced renal failure and congestive heart failure, and in the span of a few days, he went from taking half-mile walks to not being able to get up. I'm sorry to be so down, but I can't think what else to say about it. His name is Ziggy. He's 11 years old and a Boston Terrier. He has one blue eye. He was at the pet store for 4 months before we brought him home. He bites and is constantly anxious. I love him more than anything. The memories I have of listening to you all laugh at psychos on Reddit with this little puppy mill dog curled up in the crook of my knees will, I hope, be with me forever. Even on the ride home from the vet when they told us he wasn't going to make it and this would be his last night at home, I put the show on in the car and it seemed to calm him down. I know this is depressing, but I felt that describing him to a total stranger from the beginning would help me process my grief. And the show has been a part of our routine for a while now, so I figured I'd let you know. So, Andrew, Ben, Lucy, and Theo, thanks, from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful for all of those nights with my best friend in the world and Bunta Vista. Sorry for running on and being so corny, Lucas. P.S. There's a photo attached.
Oh,
We can all see little Ziggy with his nice blue eye.
love him.
Love you, Ziggy.
I just had all the irony drained from my body.
Yeah.
I'm
that's a
sincere
very-
now.
It's a very sweet and lovely letter.
That's very
And,
lovely. I feel very sad about it, but thank you.
Yes. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing doing a show like this and being able to just have strange little connections with people all over the world. And I think we all kind of feel the same thing, which is, I guess, any time that you can just have a nice impact on somebody's life in any kind of way is
It's
really
very
nice.
nice. Please give Ziggy big kisses from all of us
Yeah.
on his mouth.
Poor little Ziggy. Well, thank you for sending that in, because while it is sad, it's also very, very nice. And we're very glad to be part of the memories that you shared with your beautiful little doggy.
We sure are.
I've been getting closer and closer and closer to getting a dog again. And this also just reminds me that that's part of the package, you know?
Yeah, they die.
Part of the package is that you get to have a really nice relationship with a little person, but then at some point it probably has to end.
Thanks for that, Andrew.
Hey, look, I think that's a very nice thing to share. And
No, it
very
is. It is a nice thing, and I think one thing that I've found from the people that are kind of like that write into us and the people that are on the Discord is an undercurrent of sincerity and kindness, and I'm glad that they're the kind of people that have chosen to hang out with us and listen to our show. So
I agree.
thank you for the letter.
it's a lot better than being like Ben Shapiro and being
Yeah.
like, this is the second time this year someone's done a mass shooting while talking about
Yeah,
how much
don't
they
do
love
that in
my
our name.
show.
No, please don't do that in her name.
Yeah. I
quite
guess I'm
upset.
saying I think that's relatively unlikely to happen.
Say that
I
now.
think we should go on record. We're an anti mass shooting podcast.
I get, yeah. You know what?
Can't speak
Just
for
in case
Ben,
that needs
but
to be
definitely
clarified.
us three at least.
Ben's not here to say.
Ben's silence on this issue is definite.
We just couldn't. We wouldn't be right to assume his position on it. So
You got to let him speak for himself, you know? Oh, boy. So everybody keep your eyes peeled on Ben's Twitter account. See if there is an anti-mass shooting statement coming out anytime soon. Oh, well, that's it for us, folks. Hey, you know, it's really nice to get things like that in. And of course, we would say to everybody, if you love the show, feel free to like tell somebody about it. We can't do that due to the fact that it is an extremely crippling thing to say out loud to anybody the words, I have a podcast. You can't start a sentence like that, and I won't do it.
You can say it, but saying I want you to listen to it, it's a bridge too far for me.
Mm-hmm.
No. I personally love it when I talk to like friends, my real friends, and they say, hey, I haven't like listened to your podcast or anything, and I go, great.
Good.
That's good. You don't need to. Not necessary.
I don't want to talk to you about it like it's a real thing. That said, you know, obviously we love that people listen to it. That's great to have a bit of word of mouth. Please feel free to tell other people about the show because we won't do it. We will not do it.
We refuse.
Yeah. So that's where we need you, you know? Stick the old 5-star review on the show. Turn to the person to your left at work, and if you can bring yourself to do it, you can start a sentence like, I listened to a podcast, comma, and then you can go on to describe whatever it is that you like about it.
If they're kind of distant in the workplace from then on out, they've probably just got something else on their mind. It's not the podcast stuff.
This does kind of make me think, you know, you want to tell them what you like about the show. Is Bigfoot circumcised? We took a trip to Italian Bavaria. If you would care to try to explain any of those things, then that's great. I guess the only other thing to announce in relation to, you know, our Patreon, where people sign up to get an extra episode of the show every week, is that we had a nice big influx of people this month pushing us over our most recent goal, at which time we said we're going to get a real copy of the 1992 self-published pseudoscience book by David Jim's Mowing Penman, titled The Hungry Ape. This, of course, is the book that was referenced in the infamous bonus episode, Jim's Wet Dome, in which Ben and Theo went into a deep dive on the strange proclivities of the founder of the Jim's Mowing Empire, which, again, if you are not from Australia, is going to mean nothing to you, and it's going to be very baffling to you as you try to unravel it if you go back and listen to that episode.
It's pretty straightforward. It's Jim and he's mowing, so...
Is it, though? Is it also
Not really.
Jim's computer repairs?
He's doing all
Is it
sorts of
also
shit.
Jim's pool cleaning?
I think
Jim's busy.
Ben said there's something like 34 different ones of them.
Wow. Amazing.
34 different franchises where somebody will show up with a trailer with Jim's grinning visage on the side of it, who then will try and do whatever it is around your house. But also, he has spent millions of his own money on trying to develop a limitless-style IQ-boosting drug to be administered by nasal spray in order to equalize the various deficiencies of races around the world.
Money makes you crazy. It makes you a crazy person.
It does. It sure does. So we are going to get a hold of some copies of this book. We're going to read them, and we're going to give you a deep dive into the wild mind of the founder of Jim's Mowing.
Jim.
You know, I had forgotten for like 2 days about this. And it's sort of like the period in Eternal Sunshine in between relationships where I was just sitting there with a big old grin on my face going, I feel like there's something, but I can't put my finger on it, and I'm just enjoying being in the moment.
Yep.
Anyway.
No more of that for you.
That's gone.
The things we do for content. Well, that's it for us, everybody. As always, if you would like to send in a suggestion for us to talk about on the show, a question you want answered, anything like that, shoot an email to mailbag@buentavista.com. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.